What is going on with this offseason? The hot stove is crazy right now. Today is Sunday. We're not supposed to get news on Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be my relaxing day. But it ends up that we're going to be doing a triple upload today on Sunday because we just got huge news about a new signing. You saw the title, so you kind of have an idea what it is. But Madison Bumgarner, formerly of the San Francisco Giants, has signed with a division rival in the Arizona Diamondbacks. 5 years, $85 million. That is a huge signing for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Huge for the game of baseball. More news to talk about already on top of what we talked about earlier today, which was the Corey Kluber trade. I'm going to use this video to talk about Bumgarner as well as some other moves that I haven't yet covered in any videos, like Yoshitomo Tsutsugo signing with the Rays, and a few other minor signings around the league. As always, if you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like. We've got a triple upload today. I've been grinding like crazy, and you guys have been showing amazing support. I really do appreciate you all. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. If you love baseball, click that sub button, join the team. There's no reason you shouldn't be subbed. Remember to get in the comment section down below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. I want to hear your opinion on the Mad Bum signing, anything in baseball going on right now down in the comments below. And don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. I'm always talking baseball over there. That's where you get my immediate reaction when news breaks. So let's talk about Madison Bumgarner signing with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, earlier in the week when Garrett Cole signed, the rumor was that maybe the Dodgers were going to be going after Madison Bumgarner. And to me, that just felt like crazy. It's not necessarily the same level, but that's like Derek Jeter playing for the Boston Red Sox. It just didn't feel right. Like Mad Bum in a Dodgers jersey. One, he has the history with them. That's such a heated rivalry over the years. Him and Max Muncy have that whole big falling out there with, go get it out of the ocean. Just didn't feel right. But then he still stays in the division, signs with the Arizona Diamondbacks on a 5-year, $85 million deal with $15 million of those dollars being deferred. Comes out to an average annual value of $17 million a year. Like, wow. I thought that's a really good deal by the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think that's absolutely dirt cheap. I understand Madison Bumgarner may not be the Mad Bum of old, where he's an ace of the staff. He's a Cy Young candidate kind of guy. But please do not think Madison Bumgarner is not a good pitcher anymore. Madison Bumgarner is still very good. Last year wasn't one of his better years. It was probably one of his worst. So that's probably why you get him a little bit on a discounted rate. Was coming off 2019 with a 3.9 ERA. That's not too strong. But look at the years that he's had in the past. Look at the kind of pitcher that he is and go a little bit deeper into the stats. His whip was still low last year. He was striking out batters more than he was in the previous 2 seasons. His walks were down and his hits were pretty much the same. The guy's pitching hasn't changed a whole lot. And then when you can compare it to some of the other guys on the market and what they've been getting, I feel like I like this deal even more. You guys know how big I was on the Zach Wheeler signing for the Phillies. I thought it was a really good job. Yes, they might have overpaid, but I felt like they needed to overpay to go get their guy. You're telling me that you could have gotten Madison Bumgarner for 5 years, $85 million when Wheeler got 5 years, what, $118? You could have saved like $33 million that you could have put elsewhere towards other players. It feels like that's a no-brainer decision, and it makes me believe that Madison Bumgarner really didn't want to leave the West, wanted to stay in that area, had no intention of going to the Phillies. And that's not a shot at Philadelphia. Like, you guys know I love to do that, but that's genuinely not one at them. Who would have thought that Madison Bumgarner would sign for $33 million less than Zach Wheeler? I definitely didn't think so. After seeing that Wheeler contract, I thought Mad Bum's definitely getting $5,100, but $585 is such a fantastic contract for the Diamondbacks. In my personal opinion, the only way this contract doesn't work out is either that Madison Bumgarner forgets how to pitch and has to start throwing right-handed, or the fact that Madison Bumgarner just doesn't pitch at all. He only pitches like 2 seasons out of those 5 due to injuries. But if he actually plays out that contract for the 5 years like it is, I don't see how $17 million a year for Madison Bumgarner will ever come back to haunt the Arizona Diamondbacks. So I've been talking about Madison Bumgarner being a fantastic signing. Let me tell you some of his stats and the numbers why I think he will be a pretty good signing for them. Because, like, I don't know, I see people on Twitter, for the most part, are like, wow, great deal. But then there are a couple who seem to be discrediting him a little bit, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, he's still very good. In 2019, Madison Bumgarner made 34 appearances with a 9-9 record, 3.90 ERA, with a whip at 1.127, which, by the way, is pretty low for a pitcher. 207 innings pitched, that's fantastic. 203 strikeouts to 43 walks. The walks were cut down massively. 8.8 strikeouts per 9, that was up from the previous 2 seasons. 1.9 walks per 9, that was down from 2018. 1.3 home runs, that was expected. And 8.3 hits, pretty much the same. So he's obviously not performing at his prime level. Like 2013 to 2016, the guy didn't have an ERA above 3. He was disgusting. He was without a doubt one of the top pitchers in the game. I don't expect him to be a guy who has an ERA below 3 anymore, especially playing in Arizona where it is a hitter-friendly park. The balls fly out of there similar to like they do in Colorado. Like, they use a humidor Humidor. A lot of people don't realize that. But I think you get Madison Bumgarner back in a winning environment, back in a team that's actually going to be playing competitive baseball, have a little bit of fire under them. The Diamondbacks were a really surprising team last year. They have a lot of stuff to look forward to in 2020. I think you can see Mad Bum at least have like a 3.5 ERA. And with an ERA at 3.5, like that's a really good season. Keeps his whip low, keeps his ERA low, $17 million a year. You cannot go wrong. Oh, and did I mention Madison Bumgarner gets to hit? Because that's a huge plus. The 34, 35 games that Madison Bumgarner could play in a season, you don't get an automatic out with the 9-hole. Madison Bumgarner is without a doubt one of the best hitting pitchers in Major League Baseball. You got Michael Lorenzen, he doesn't count. He's a freak athlete. He's like both. But out of guys who sheerly like only pitch, that's the position that they play, Mad Bum is towards the top of that list. The dude can absolutely rake. And in Arizona, again, like I said, it might hurt him a little bit on the pitching side, but hitting wise, this guy might hit like 5 or 6 home runs next year. He is that good of a hitter. I really like this signing by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Add him to a rotation already with Zach Gallen, who I've told you in many videos is a sneaky pick for me for a breakout player next year. Like if I had $10 to bet on a random person to win Cy Young for crazy odds, Zach Gallen's gonna be my choice. Do I think he's gonna be the Cy Young? Absolutely not. But I really like what he did in 2019. I think he's gonna be a fantastic pitcher. That was an underrated move of the trade deadline last year. It reminds me a lot of the Tampa Bay Rays and Pirates trade, where the Rays acquired Tyler Glasnow. Zach Gallen, I think, has that immediate impact with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's a really good starter. So now you got Mad Bum. You got Zach Gallen. You have Robbie Ray, who's on a 1-year contract. Basically, you can now move this guy. You have the affordability to be able to trade him, to go get more pieces to improve that team. They can get some young prospects. They can get some guys who are MLB ready. Robbie Ray is a guy that people want, and now because Arizona has Mad Bum, they can actually afford to get rid of him and get some more back. Fantastic. Like the signing, it just has so many layers to it. They've got Luke Weaver, who's going to be coming back stronger in 2020. He's a really solid pitcher. Merrill Kelly towards the back end of the rotation as a 4 or 5. That's great. Alex Young pitched decently well in the few starts that he got last year. Like I like what the Diamondbacks are doing. I'd like to see them go out and get an outfield bat now. Like Marcell Ozuna is kind of the guy that I had circled that I thought that would be a really good fit for them. So it'll be interesting to see if Marcell Ozuna joins them or if they go out and get another player. But right now, grabbing Madison Bumgarner was a huge improvement for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I really like this move. And then a move that I didn't have time to talk about the other day was Yoshitomo Tsutsugo signing with the Tampa Bay Rays. For those of you who don't know, Yoshitomo Tsutsugo is an outfielder slash third baseman. He came from the Yokohama Bay Stars in the MPB, which is the Japanese Professional Baseball League. Left-handed power bat in Japan. Hit 205 home runs in 10 seasons out there. Career OPS above 900. The guy can definitely rake, and it's a little different than what we normally see out of players coming from Japan. A lot of the times recently with the Japanese talent that's come over, we haven't seen a lot of big power guys, but Shohei Ohtani has obviously shown Japan has some power, and Yoshitomo Tsutsugo is probably another one of those guys that's definitely going to surprise some people. Also, a 2-year, $12 million deal by the Rays. They do such good baseball over there. That's like super low risk, super high reward. Like what if this guy just comes over and hits like Eric Thames, but actually continues to do it for an entire season? You get 30 home runs out of this guy. You get 25 home runs out of this guy. $6 million a year is so cheap. And from the clips that I have seen of him, which I will include in this video, I really like his swing a lot. Yes, it looks like the stereotypical Japanese swing that we see from a lot of guys that come over, but there is definitely a lot of power. He drives the ball really well. He doesn't look like he's an absolute dead pull hitter, which I love, and of course that plays into how they do it in Japan. They're very big on fundamentals, and it seems like he has the fundamentals to be a successful hitter. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts to the better pitching. You're going to see faster pitchers, more pitch selection. You're going to see more arms than you normally would in the MPB, and the pitches are just going to be nastier. So it'll be interesting to see how he makes that adjustment. That's usually the biggest thing that these guys have to deal with, is just that the quality of pitching and the quality of play is just so much better. The NPB is essentially 4A, so it's that in between MLB and AAA for these kind of guys. But overall, 2 years, $12 million, again, it's just like it doesn't really have any risk. And for the Tampa Bay Rays, I really like it. You traded Tommy Pham, you got Hunter Renfroe in, you're losing out on Avisaíl Garcia. This adds a nice little bat for the Rays now with Yoshitomo Tsutsugo, and I'm excited to see what he can do in 2020. We had the Kluber trade go on earlier today. I've got the rankings video, first base. It's still coming out. Don't worry, triple upload season. I was like, I would have preferred this move happen tomorrow, but listen, we're out here. Anytime there's big moves, I'm telling you, I'm coming at you with the videos. This is my job. This is what I do. And you guys have been showing amazing support recently. Like, it's been so awesome making these videos. I do appreciate all you guys. We still have so many guys left to sign. Hyun-Jin Ryu, Dallas Keuchel, Nick Castellanos, Marcell Ozuna, Josh Donaldson. I'm forgetting some guys. This free agent class was absolutely loaded, and I love that we are seeing teams go out and get players. I talked about it in the Kluber video. I've talked about it in the Tommy Pham video. It seems like teams are becoming less and less content with being mediocre, being bad, and they're going out and they're trying to make a difference immediately. The Diamondbacks, they outperformed their expectations last year in 2019. They said, we want to be better than we were in 2019. Let's go get Madison Bumgarner, strengthen our rotation. Padres were making trades. The Rangers are making trades. The Angels are making signings. These are teams that people didn't expect to really be that good in 2020. These were teams besides the Diamondbacks that finished towards the bottom of their division, and they're improving. I love the direction baseball is going. It makes me happy as a fan, and I'm telling you right now, the 2020 season is going to be wild. The amount of competition, the amount of parity that we have in Major League Baseball is unmatched by any league. I don't want to hear the NBA is that close. We still know it's going to be LeBron versus somebody else in the finals, or at least LeBron's going to be in the Western Conference Finals. Yes, baseball has the Yankees and the Dodgers, but the Nationals won just as many games pretty much as the Indians last year. They won a World Series. The Indians missed out on the playoffs and are now trading players. A little bit random, but I felt like I just had to go on that tangent. I think that's going to wrap up today's video here, though. This is the second one of the day. There's not too much that I missed in the few hours from the Corey Kluber trade that I didn't cover today. So I think we're going to keep it like kind of simple and easy. Mad Bum and Yoshitomo Tsutsugo. I'd love to know what you guys think about all the moves down in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Remember to leave a like if you did enjoy it. That's the best way to show your support, as well as subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. Click that sub button, join the team. Thank you so much for watching the second video of the day. We got one more coming at you, so keep an eye out for that. You know the drill, though. From here on out, YouTube recommends you watch this video, as well as this is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll catch you guys all later today for another video. Oh my goodness, the hot stove is hot.